Hi Lexi, welcome to SnapMath. What you sent in tonight, we're trying to graph this function, where this cotangent function. So the first thing we want to look at is this cotangent, the regular cotangent function. Because from there we're going to use all this other stuff in this thing. We're going to use the transformations to see what the graph is going to look like. So our graph is of cotangent, y equals cotangent of x, is the asymptotes are 0 and pi, and it kind of curves down like an S almost. Comes from the top down to the bottom, from left to right. So now, to graph ours, we're going to rewrite this as -2 cotangent 2x plus y plus pi over 2, x plus pi over 2 plus 1. So the first two things that we want to see are this and this. Those two things is that this is going to shift this whole thing to the left just pi over 2. And this means it's going to shift the whole thing up 1. Alright? So if we shift this whole entire thing over pi over 2, what we're going to get left is something that looks like this. So pi over 2 is right here in the middle. So if we shift that over, that means it's going to cross right here at the origin. So it's going to look like this. And then we're going to look at this -2. The negative means that you're actually going to flip it. So we're really not going to have it looking like this. It's really going to come and look like a tangent one. So this is not it anymore. And then what we need to find are the other asymptotes. To find the other asymptotes, we look at this 2 and we look at this 2. Actually, this 2 kind of shows the steepness, and this 2 shows the steepness, and this you're going to have to do with the period, how far it is from here to here, or how far it is from one asymptote to the other asymptote. All right? So let's get one more graph down here. So we're at the origin, but we actually went up 1. So it's actually going to cross right here on the y-axis. And we're actually going to bring the period down in half, because that's what this 2 does right here. It brings the period in half. So we're actually going to be at, if our asymptotes, we'll say this is our asymptote. But our scale is going to be a lot different on this one. These two asymptotes right here. So this asymptote is actually going to be pi over 4, and this is going to be pi over 4. It's negative pi over 4. And then this 2 in front shows you how steep it is. If it's a fraction, it's going to be a little bit flatter around where it turns. But since it's 2, it's going to be a little bit steeper. So it's going to be more like that. Alright, so this is our function right here. It's shifted up 1. We went over pi over 2. And our period was shrunk by 2. It was shrunk by pi over 2 as well. Alright, so, and this is 1 right here. Alright, thank you for sending in your question tonight, Lexi, and we look forward to answering more of your questions in the future. Have a good night.